Robert Henderson Jr. Show, featuring Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner and president of the Henderson Financial Group. Understanding money. It's all about the money. Understanding money. It's all about.
Good morning, South Florida. Hello, world. This is Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner, certified tax coach, live on the beautiful studios of The Man, 1210 a.m. Yes, The Man. And joining me here with The Man is my sister-in-law, business partner, co-host, Lynda V. Harris. How you doing, Lynda V. Harris?
I am great, the woman. I am the woman here at The Man. I'm doing well. I'm feeling good today. I know it's rainy and yucky outside, but I feel good today. And, you know, I feel lately, Robert, I've been doing a lot of adulting.
Adulting?
Adulting.
What does that mean? You've been doing a lot of adulting?
You know, we go through life. We, like you said, years pass, so therefore we get older. But sometimes you don't really have to dive into being an adult, a real adult, with all the issues that come with being an adult. And lately I've been adulting. As you know, I kept a 2-year-old for about 13 days, and first time in my life having to take care of another human being 24 hours a day. Doing a lot of meetings and big deals and seeing in the room with people that are making decisions. So I'm doing a lot of adulting lately, and I'm feeling good about it.
In other words, you're acting more like an adult. Oh, that's what you're saying.
I see. I didn't say that, but I
Oh, so you acting more like an adult.
Having to make decisions, right? Being responsible
in meetings. Wow!
Oh my goodness!
I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of me too.
Oh my God! You're you're approaching half past. You're 30 years old. You're 30 years old. That's pretty good for you.
But you know,
feel like you're growing up. That's excellent.
A big part of society just sort of go through life. Okay, we're minors, we're teens. We're young adults. We get the job. We go there. We retire. We do what we're supposed to do. But then there's some of us that want to be all we can be.
Yep.
That want to change the world. They want to be a top 2% of something that didn't do something and the only person that. And so it takes a lot of just strategy, thinking, getting up, getting in traffic, being there, taking care.
But are you against the ones that want to change the world?
No. I'm one of them. You're one of them.
Okay. All right.
But it takes a lot of adulting, and I'm just like, whoa, there's a lot going on.
You gotta grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have to grow up and see that, it's not la la land anymore. And
right.
This is the real thing. And unfortunately, a lot of people, Lynda, still haven't reached that point, adulting. Even though they're, 21, 41, 51, 61, they're still, acting like they're a minor.
Yeah, you got to take on this life. You got to grab the bull by the horns and say, bring it on. What's the next problem, next issue? We got a 10-unit building, and I got a call in the middle of the night, the police call at the place, 2 roommates, even though the lady was living there, she just couldn't pay the rent. I was about to kick her out, so she got a roommate, and they got into it. Wow. And we just put new impact windows on there. And so one of them got mad at the other one, took a big brick and shattered my impact window. They stood up. She couldn't break it, but it's shattered. You know how much impact door? She went to the back door. She went to 2 windows. I got tenants calling me, Miss Harris. They
goodness.
Fighting. I'm like, call the police. And this is in the middle of the night, midnight.
Oh, my goodness.
So at your building.
Hold on, wait. I'm glad you didn't wake me up.
I didn't wake you up.
She wanted to damage our property?
She damaged it because the other one locked her out.
It was 2 females?
2 female.
Oh, my goodness.
She locked her out, and then it's just a mess. And the police been called.
She was going to break our windows.
She did break it. She shattered it.
Oh, my goodness.
Just damage, probably about $1,500 to $2,000 in damage. So the other one called the police.
Do we have a clause? Does she immediately evict her? Do we have
she got a restraining order. She can't come back to that building.
Now, I'm not talking about a restraining order to the person. I'm talking about our property.
Our property.
What are we going to do about that?
Well, she got her dad. What they did was go replace the glass. So she didn't have to buy a $380 door because that's how much those impact doors cost. So she replaced the glass with impact glass. She's a good tenant. She just tried to get a roommate. But this is adulting. To get the calls and...
What is she, 21 years old or 16? What is she?
They are 40-some-year-old women.
Oh, Lord.
So, and you just handle it. You just handle it. And then you don't have to deal with this. You can just get you a job, be there on time, be a good citizen, work there 30 years. But then, like I said, if you want to do something extra and be all you could be and be a property owner and be a mogul.
And get that tax deduction.
It
costs.
And you know, have a nice retirement and passive income. You have to be an adult.
That's the trade-off.
So
in other words, what you're trying to say, in terms of being an adult, really acting like adult,
right?
There's a lot of sacrifice and there's a lot of trade-off.
Yes, I could have just been with the city still. I could have been fine. But I tell you, I just feel like I've been doing a lot of adulting lately. And I know it'll pay off. But boy, while you in it, you just got to get up and smile and keep going.
You know, as you're talking and speaking, as I'm listening, you know, I can't help but hear Bob Marley's song. They made the world so hard every day. You know, he was on point, right?
He was on point.
They made the world so hard. You know, but people, humans, you know, humans on humans is a phenomenon.
Yeah, we do some mean things to each other.
And we all gonna die. Anyway, in the long run, we're dead.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, and it's we act on emotions. And I think part of growing up is controlling. Matter of fact, I know part of growing up is having this discipline, this self-control, and controlling self.
Yeah.
You know, if you can master self, or at least work on mastering self, it's nothing you cannot do.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't go over there because once I did go over there, I got so mad. And most of those ladies are much bigger than me, huge. What? But you know, I think I'm a little scrappy still at Dade County. So I think I could take them. I probably would have like a little chihuahua because I was so mad. But I'm glad they were gone and I went after they left because I still would have tried to fight them.
Both from large orders.
Oh, big women, tall, gray, big.
Oh man, and 47.
Yeah, one 47, the other 42.
And they still gonna take you.
Man, come on, man. They big women, Robert. I can't be messing up.
Economically, we got to find out and see how much damage that caused us.
Yeah.
And do they have a lease or they month to month?
Month to month, and it's not worth the deductible, but the tenant is going to pay for the damage. So I say all that to say,
so you're not going to evict her?
She's a good tenant. It's her roommate that did the damage.
Maybe the roommate needs to go, Lynda.
But what she shouldn't have done was put the roommate stuff out on the grass.
Hold on.
And that's what triggered the reaction.
Now you're paying a psychiatrist. Come on.
Well, you know, you always say I'm a social worker.
You are a social worker.
Do you know how hard it is? You know how cost burden renters are? You know how much rent costs? She begged me, Miss Harris, please don't put me out. I'm going to fix it.
Which one? The one that did the damage?
No. The one that did the damage, gone. Restraining order. Never to come back. Can't step on the property.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what his girlfriend or something?
No. Well, don't make me lie. I don't think so.
Yeah, you don't want to believe that. They probably was girlfriend. When you get that mad, there's some love involved. You start breaking the door and the window.
I mean,
that's some love, Lynda. Come on, you know. Yeah. Okay.
Such is life.
All right, so that's economic. That does have economic. I'm Robert Henderson Jr. I'm a certified financial planner. What does that have to do with money? It has a lot to do with money. And also real estate. We use real estate a lot because we like to mitigate taxes. And a lot of you all who've retired and looking forward to retiring, I'm going to tell you something. When you become an empty nester and you figure like you're home by yourself, and now, you know, you paid off all your you did like Dave Ramsey or Susie Orman saying you have no debt, and you don't even have a mortgage, and now you feel like you're getting your pension or your retirement, that's when you pay the highest taxes. Yes, it's a Trojan horse. You've been gooped. You've been got. You always got to have defense.
Yeah.
And the more you make, the more taxes you're going to pay, unless you have some sort of tax deductible avoidance mechanism in place. That goes right along. A lot of people say, hey, you go to investment advisors, these wirehouses, make you more money. No, tell me how to keep more money. And tell me how not to lose my money. You follow me?
Absolutely,
They can't
Robert.
tell you that. They don't even talk about that.
What we do talk about is making more money, earning more money, getting the promotion, striving, taking that test, becoming, director, assistant director, chief, assistant chief, all of those good things. And I just got a call. We'll talk about it after the break of two, one is assistant police and law enforcement, the other in firefighter. And she's like, Lynda, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I took the test. I'm getting up there. I'm in mid six figures. But I owe every year so much in taxes. And we have to talk about that. Like you said, empty nester, kids are grown. Well, not deduction anymore. You know, they still stay in your house. You just can't take advantage
That's
of
right.
them.
You can't write them off.
You can't write them off anymore.
New
So now
tax
they
code
still
say you
eating
can't.
your cereal, but you can't even write them off anymore.
And they got an opinion.
And they got an opinion,
Can you
and they
believe-
want to come home when they want to. But anyway,
Yeah, that's another story.
And she says, "I've never owed so much in taxes. I thought I'm doing the right thing. I'm making my money, and we great. But I owe so much, and I think I'm gonna every year it increases. And is this my life where I just owe so much?"
She needs a tax plan.
Yes, she does.
And she needs to understand
Yes.
the way this whole great USA land of milk and honey work, how the real world works. I mean, they tell all of us, hey, you know, it's make as much,
Right.
make as much. But they don't tell you about the defense part of it, you know?
Well, why does the Mitt Romneys and the Warren Buffetts of the world, they all know about it. They pay less taxes than she does, and she gets up in 12-hour days.
Because they have the right advisors. They don't-
Amen.
They have the right advisors, and they know that it's more to just making more money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could be doing something illegally. You can be doing something illegally and making a lot of money. When they catch you and they charge you, one of them is going to be tax evasion. You're going to say, what? I was doing Medicare fraud. Yeah, but you ain't pay taxes even on the fraud.
Even on the
You know
fraud?
something? They give you a charge for not paying taxes.
On illegal
on
money?
On ill-gotten gains.
Ill-gotten gains?
Yeah, you got to. That's another charge.
Oh,
Not
my
only did you
goodness.
break the crime, but you also evaded paying taxes. Why? Because you went and bought a car, you went and bought a house, you did all this, and you didn't pay any income taxes. So you get hit with that too. Isn't that amazing?
That's amazing.
So the criminal said, "Hold on, I thought y'all just going to get me because I've been doing wrong. I've been
Right.
breaking the law, but I've been breaking the law and I didn't pay the taxes. So are you saying I should have broke the? I shouldn't have broke the law, but if I'm going to break the law, at least pay the tax.
Right. That would have been one less charge.
Isn't that amazing?
That is. We got to talk about, though, because we do have a lot of high income earning clients. We're taught that from day one to get the promotion, but we have to teach them and talk about and how not to give it all to that famous Uncle Sam. You know, you putting in 12, 13-hour days and you getting the stress of the supervisor. And then when you get your taxes done, you owe $30,000 here, you know, $15,000 there, $25,000 there. What can they do once the kids are grown? We need to talk about that because they need us, Robert. They need us. And they got another 18 years of working. A lot of them in the drop. We got to talk about that, what you're going to do at 60 or 55 and not working. But the point is, you have to prepare yourself for when you do leave that high-paying job. And now you're earning, you know, not waking up when your eyes open, and you're still getting a 6-figure salary in retirement, but you're still going to have that tax issue.
And you know what's sad, Lynda,
Mm-hmm.
is that most of us, most Americans, you know, we've been told to, you know, do our best,
Right.
earn as much as you can, you know, get a college degree, or work for the man, or be an entrepreneur, and then, you know, and just make the money, and then you have to pay the taxes. But you know, the tax code is 73,000 pages with no pictures.
With no pictures.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I want y'all to think about what I just said. The rules and the regs. Imagine trying to learn how to play a card game or a casino game, or whatever, you know, and you're playing, but you don't know all of the rules and all the moves and all the strategies. Only thing you're doing is just playing. You're sitting there, you're playing, and you're losing. You win some, you lose some.
Right.
You win one, but you lose three. You follow me?
Right.
That's pretty much how the system is set up. And then if you think that just because you go and have an accountant, let me tell you something. CPAs, accountants, enroll agents, for the most part, they don't specialize in doing tax strategies.
Right.
They specialize in doing debits and credits, you know, and just the basic write-offs. But they don't have time to actually go ahead and do this Trump Romney Navy SEAL type of stuff. They don't do that strategy. You come in, you make $100,000 or you make $200,000. After you take your exemption, your deduction, bam, this is what you owe.
Right.
That's all they have for you because they didn't go to school for that. Listen, we got to take a station break.
Okay.
We're going to come back, and I'm going to break this down to you like a 6-year-old. I'm Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner, certified tax coach. And I'm right here next to my co-host, who happens to be my sister-in-law, business partner, Lynda V. Harris. He's also a stockbroker and a financial planner. Keep it locked, stick and stay, don't go away. We'll be right back after the station break. I'm back. We're back, Robert. We're back live. This is Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner, certified tax coach. We're back live, and joining me here with my sister-in-law is my sister-in-law, Lynda V. Harris. She's also a financial planner. She's the vice president of the Henderson Financial Group. She's also a stockbroker, an insurance advisor, and she's also a real estate advisor. We were talking about what can you do, and the real reality of most people, is not what you make, it's what you keep. Mm-hmm. And most of we just don't have information on, as we make more money, how at the same time simultaneously have a plan to reduce and mitigate our taxes. And for the most part, when you go to a regular financial advisor, they're taught just to take your money and invest it. And the main thing is to make it grow. That's the objective. Right. So 90% of financial advisors, give me your money, let me help you to grow it and be more prosperous. Mm-hmm. And then the main objective for an accountant basically is just to get your numbers right. It's not just to save you in taxes, just to compute, make sure that you pay the taxes that are due. That's the main objective of an accountant, right? A CPA. Now, that's totally different from using the tax code. And a financial advisor, for the most part, they're not educated. I mean, when you become a certified financial planner, we go through taxes, but they don't teach you tax strategy. And when you're a stockbroker, or if you do mutual funds, or even a wealth manager, you don't have courses. That's outside. That's not in the everyday curriculum and on your way to be getting the designations. No, you have to go beyond to learn more about what you really need. And most of us who are listening to us, people that listen to, that, I mean, when you go to, formal school, get your formal education, it's just the basics. Right. It's like being an athlete. You want to learn how to play basketball. They'll tell you what a set shot is. They'll tell you what a three-pointer is. They'll tell you, how to do a layup. But they don't tell you that passing behind your back and dribbling between your legs. Right. That's a little extra stuff, you put a little bit more dip and put a little bit more pizzazz into it. It's the same thing when it comes with your money and financial planning and retirement. I mean, you really have to go to someone who actually lives it. So when we talk this talk, we're not just talking this talk, we walk the walk. I mean, I've been audited 5 times. And that's why I went and said, listen, I need to learn this tax code, because I had a CPA, and boy, I tell you, after dealing with her, I wound up paying almost $2 million in taxes. And I said, no, the lawmakers who write the rules. I mean, Lynda, if you and I in Congress, and we're the rule makers, lawmakers, and we're making a lot of money, don't you think that we're going to write rules and laws that benefit us?
Ourselves and our family. Right. Absolutely.
I mean, that's one of the first laws.
Absolutely. And the good thing is the law's written by them, for them, but other people can take advantage too.
Yeah, but when they put it in a 73,000 no picture book with words that, you think you have to interpret the Bible. I mean, try to interpret the tax code,
And that's why you need professionals. And when we're talking about tax strategy, what we're really talking about, Robert, is planning and strategizing throughout the whole year. Don't just come on April. What is tax day? April 16, 15?
April 15.
April 15. I don't even know anymore. And just say, I don't want to pay any taxes. You have to prepare. You have to do what you're supposed to do what you need to do, starting from January 1st of the prior year. That's tax strategy, not just coming in. I don't even think you can borrow your niece's kids anymore. You actually have to have some investments, own certain things, or items, or tangible and intangible assets, but you got to do it throughout the year. That's what strategy means, right?
Yes. I mean, you got to forecast. Most people after the year ends, December 31st, most people don't start gathering, looking at their tax situation until January, February, right? March, right, and in April. And when the door closes for December 31st for the prior year, most of the strategy is gone if you hadn't put them in place, if you hadn't set the document up.
Yeah.
So you can't all of a sudden, for 2018 in April of 2019, try to claw back basically and try to come up with some strategy.
Even though we get the calls 2 days before the end of the year saying, I need to set up a LLC or a solo 401k or self-directed IRA. We get those calls at the last minute.
Yes, all
right?
the time.
All the time.
Every year.
Every year
And
we get the call.
And we even get them from accountants.
Yes.
Every year.
Yes, every
Same
year.
client. Can you help me, Robert?
Absolutely.
Can you help me? I mean, it's April 14. Can you help me? I got a client.
Yeah.
She needs to do some tax strategy.
Yeah.
Can she do, an IRA but she needs more than an IRA. I mean, she needs a solo 401k, or she needs a defined benefit plan because she has her own business, or she needs to have bought some real estate, a 10-unit or 5-unit or 8-unit apartment building, or she needed to shift some income to a lower tax bracket, or she needed to have not only an S corp, she should have had a C corp, and she should have got some of the money. She should have received some of the money in the C corp rather than the S corp. And she should have had an LLC taxed as an S corp. I mean,
All of that.
All of that.
Right.
Those are rules and strategies. And let me tell you something. When you're dealing with your money, it's not checkers. This is chess. Taxes, let me say it again. The tax code is not checkers. It looks like checkers because you have a board, and the playing board is checkered. It looks like checkers. And most of us are playing checkers, and we're dealing with chess. Can you imagine that, Lynda?
Well, most of us playing checkers because, again, all we know is the grind. We want that promotion. We are competitive. We're going to pass. I remember when I was working with the city of Miami, and every so often they open up the job announcements. And as a surveyor, we took the exam. And every time probably the last 2 times I was number 1 on the test, I was just happy and the world was great because that was a promotion. So I was playing chess because all I wanted to do was make more money, get that promotion. And that's what you're supposed to do. Get that promotion, make more money, next. My goal was to be the assistant city manager. That was it. And that to me, that was like, Lynda, you made it. But little did I know, that still was playing chess because as I made more money, you're right, and with someone with no children, I owed the IRS, all of under 30 years old. I'm like, okay, I'm doing well here, but what's going on? And then I bought my first piece of property and haven't stopped since. So now I'm playing chess. Because before, just grinding. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't mean to throw any shade on somebody. That's what we're supposed to do. We get the degree, we get the bachelor's, we get the master's, we get the PhD, we get the special certification, education. But now, when you're getting into that income bracket, it's time to play chess.
So real estate for you, as you discovered and had an epiphany, it wasn't just that you wanted to be a property owner so you can get passive income, but you was killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You was not only achieving your goals of receiving passive income, having someone pay off the mortgage of your property, and you're getting an overage, receiving income, passive income, but it was twofold because it was giving you tax deductions.
Absolutely. Back then, I remember researching on how billionaires became billionaires. What route did they take? And back then, it was real estate. Now it's,
technology,
and, but it was real estate.
Yes.
And so I just went full steam ahead. And started investing way back then.
But inside the tax code, the 73,000 pages, manual that tells you, and believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, the tax code tells you how not to pay taxes. 99% of the whole. Listen, let me blow your mind. 99% of the manual on the U.S. tax code, 99% of that whole book tells you moves and strategies of how not to pay taxes. Can
Interesting way to put it.
I'm going to say it again. Here is a book, and y'all say, well, who's going to read that book? They're hiding it. But if you read it, let me tell you something, man. It's always a trade-off. If you start understanding, or you're taking courses in the tax code to learn, 99% of it talks about how not to pay taxes.
Well, in the day, it used to be have children. And like I said, I mean, not too long ago, even divorced couples fight over who's going to claim the child. Is that the proper terminology? Claim or take them as a deduction. Right. And they alternate years.
That's over.
And that's over. And that was a strategy. That was it.
Yeah.
And so that's over with now. And when you say 99% shows you how not to pay, a lot of us scared of those 3 letters, IRS. All we know is their job is to take our money. And so for you saying that the books 99% is how not to pay, that doesn't compute to me. All I know is the IRS take money from me.
Well,
that's it.
Well, what you don't know, Lynda, will hurt you.
This is true. This is
say
true.
it again. What you don't know will hurt you.
Will cost you money too.
Often more than often more than the things that you do know.
Gotcha.
You know?
Gotcha.
You know, I want to every Saturday, we give out the word of the day.
Yes.
And we almost forgot because it's 8:28. So I want to give out the word of the day. And this word has really been, and I want to relate it to what's happening in current events,
Okay.
And with Trump and these tariffs and the Chinese.
Ukraine.
Ukraine, a lot of that,
Yeah.
So I want today's vocabulary word is going to be part of what's going on in the discussion.
Okay.
And let me give you an example. The Chinese, because Trump is really, trying to negotiate and have the Trump pay more in terms of tariffs and taxes on goods. Okay. And they want to tax them more because they feel like, hey, when American, they bring in, Chinese are bringing more of their products and their goods over in America. And we're buying them, and Chinese, they're making a killing, and it's just not even. So he wants to even that.
Okay.
So he's trying to put the tariffs and trying to put the squeeze on China's economy. Right now, they're saying China's economy the growth is slowing. It's the slowest it's been since 2011.
Okay.
Because he's trying to hold out. And it's really has put a squeeze on a lot of the farmers, a lot of the businesses in the United States. So it's like a Mexican standoff, so to speak. Who's going to flinch? But Trump has said he's going to ease off on that until at least past the Christmas holiday, because he knows that a lot of people was losing their jobs, a lot of factories was closing, and it was getting a lot of pressure. Now, he says that he's going to get it, and it's going to take time. Now, the Chinese may make some concessions on this trade, but they will no doubt demand a quid pro quo.
All right.
That is so in other words, if they're going to make some concessions, they're going to demand a quid pro quo. So we must be prepared to make some concessions too. So in other words, the word of the day, because we've been hearing a lot.
Oh, yes.
What does quid
pro quo
mean? Let me spell that first. Quid. Q as in queen, U as in uncle, I as in Idaho, D as in David. Quid.
Okay.
Pro. P as in Paul, R as in Robert, O as in ocean. Quo. Q as in queen, U as in uncle, O as in Oscar. So it's quid pro quo. So now, what does that mean if you say that the Chinese may give, but they're going to want some quid pro quo? What does that really mean? That's Latin. What does it really mean in English? It means that if we're going to give up something, Chinese says, we want something in return.
Seems fair.
Well, that's a fancy word for saying quid pro quo. And
I like that.
You like that?
I like that.
So they're saying right now with Trump's chief of staff and Trump, it's been a contradiction because Trump says there was no quid quo pro, and the chief of staff guy came out and said there was a quid pro quo. In other words, Trump saying, hey, if you do this on Biden, I give you this on that.
Right.
And a lot of people heard it, but Trump said he didn't say that, but then the White House guy said he did say that.
Right.
But, in life, we all do a lot of quid pro quo.
I think the whole dating process is a big quid pro quo.
Explain.
I'll go out with you, but you need to take me somewhere worthy. You need to spend money on me. I want movie and dinner. I want a concert. Is that not a quid something for something else? I will give you the honor of my presence and my company.
Yeah, but when you say you will go out with him, if he take you to eat, he going to eat too. He needs something more than that.
But he feeding me too. You know what? I'm not talking to you now. Now I'm not talking about that kind of quid pro quo.
No, that ain't something for nothing. I know you talking about. That ain't exactly quid pro quo.
The honor of my company is a quid. Yeah, let's take a break.
We'll get more into quid pro quo. Okay, we will come right back after the station break. You listen to Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner, certified tax coach, and my sister-in-law, business partner, co-host, vice president of the Henderson Financial Group, Lynda V. Harris. Don't go away. Stay. We're back live. Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner, certified tax coach. Joining me here is my sister-in-law, business partner, Lynda V. Harris, vice president of Henderson Financial Group. And give me an example of your quid pro quo example again, sister-in-law.
I'm taking it as far as giving the gentleman the honor and pleasure and privilege of my company and being in my presence and my intellectually stimulating conversation. That's the extent of the quid pro quo.
That's what you're giving him.
You're hinting that. That's it. That's the extent of the.
In exchange for taking you to dinner.
You've taken me to a play.
Okay.
And to a wonderful dinner, or maybe movie and a dinner, and you have the pleasure of my company.
Seemed like he paid more though. Like he paid more. You just showed up. And yeah, he had to go out his wallet. He has to go in his wallet. Somehow, economically, it seemed like he gave up more.
That is the culture.
That wasn't even Steven, as we used to say.
It's called courting a lady, and that's the culture we're in. The lady doesn't have to go full-blown quid pro quo and get into intimate, situations. You shouldn't do that.
The whole employer-employee relationship is a quid pro quo.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. But how about falling in love with somebody? Like, I love you, but I need you to love me back.
You need?
Because I love you, and I want and need you to love. That's.
No, you can't buy love now. You
sure can.
No, you can't. That's a phenomenon.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you call a phenomenon. You don't know why that happens. You know what I mean? How that happens.
Yeah.
You can't make that happen. You can pay all you want to, but that don't mean he or she gonna love you. So that's not automatic quid pro quo.
Okay.
You can act like it, but it's more employer-employee relationship. If I work for you for 9 to 5, you're going to pay me. And if you don't pay me, because I'm giving you something and I want something in return.
Right.
But if you don't pay me, I'm out of here.
Gotcha.
And
I like
it. That's a good word.
I like that word. I'm gonna tear that one up this coming week. Quid pro quo. I'm gonna use that.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average was down 255 points yesterday.
It's been a roller coaster.
A big time roller coaster.
Whew.
I mean, it's going back and forwards. It's really been a big time roller coaster. Only one seemed like it ached out and it's still at highs is that Apple. I mean, it was up a point. It has held up. If it would have been down, the Dow Jones Industrial Average would have been down further because it has a lot of weight when it comes to the, the stock market, the Dow Jones numbers. It carries a lot of influence. Apple.
So let's keep talking about how to help our high-earning clients. So we got real estate. Let's check.
Well, first of all, let me clear this up.
Okay.
And I really want you all to understand what I'm about to say. And I want to give you a lesson and, take you up high so you can look down at the bird, at the bird from a bird's view and look down at the playing field. If you're a W-2 employee, see, W-2 employees, when you earn your wages and you get paid once a week or once every 2 weeks,
right,
bi-weekly or once a month, the first thing that comes off the top is something called gross. But the first thing that comes off the top is taxes, federal taxes or state taxes. That's the first thing that comes out.
Right.
And FICA, which is Social Security. All of that comes off the top. That's before. I mean, you can say I make $100,000. You make $100,000 a year, or you make $500,000, whatever you make. Okay, that's an illusion. It shows up on your W-2, but you don't take that home.
No,
so
it's not your take home.
No, it's not your take home. Your take home is your net. So your gross, when you're a W-2 employee, when you're a W-2, the rule is taxes come off first before anything. Okay, y'all got that?
Got it.
And after the taxes come off, then if you want to put money into an IRA, or if you want to put money pre-tax, if you want to put money into a 401k when you make contributions, any type of retirement, that comes out pre-tax. So that comes out first. And then after that, all of your benefits. That's why a lot of you all want them jobs. You want to get benefits. You want to get, health insurance. Some of it's paid. A lot of it's not paid. That comes off your check. So all this stuff comes off your check. If you want to give to the union, all of that comes off the check. Insurance, one-time pay, any kind of short-term disability or long-term disability, all of that comes off the top. That comes out the top. And then your net is what you get to take home. That's your direct deposit. And when you get your direct deposit, next thing what you do is then you pay your overhead expenses, your bill, your light bill, your phone bill, your telephone bill, you
mortgage,
pay your mortgage,
rent,
all of
right,
that.
all that.
And
Right.
then if you have something left, then you say, okay, I want to go out and enjoy life. And by that time, it's a little bit. And then for some of you all say, okay, I'm going to save something. Now, it's just the opposite format for business owners. Business owners, entrepreneurs, they get to use, when their money come in, it's just flip. They get to use everything and deduct everything that they need in order to make their business grow. First.
Off the top.
They get to do everything. Okay, I need to deduct my gas,
my travel,
my mileage, my
right.
travel.
Right.
I just bought a computer.
Right.
I need to deduct that. I pay rent where I have my business. I get to deduct that. All of that comes off first. All of that comes off first. And at the end, whatever you have left, then you pay taxes on. So a lot of the business strategy is if you need a personal computer, if you have a business, you write it off as a business deduction because you're going to use it in your business, but you're also going to surf and watch Netflix on it too. So you're going to use it for personal.
You're going to shop and Black Friday and Amazon
so that
Prime
computer
Day.
is going to be used not only just for your business, but they can't tell you where you can't go in using the computer, right? So you're going to use it for a little personal.
Well, I have a home office.
See?
And I write a little bit off of, for my use of my home office. Now, I'm not going to say I don't use a home office for other things, but it is my home office. I write a portion off.
I'll give you a case in point. If you're an entrepreneur, let's say you're a realtor or you're a barber or whatever.
Right.
Do you know your travel from your home to your office? And if you have to go out and meet people as a realtor, all of that is tax deductible. If you're a W-2 and your job have you going and driving from this place to place, you don't get a tax. You don't get to deduct your mileage and your costs for getting from one place. That's not a deduction. So in other words, what I'm basically saying is, in America, business owners, entrepreneurs get favorable tax treatment. People that work 9 to 5, you work for the man, you get the worst. You pay America's taxes.
I don't like that when you work for the man. Nothing wrong with working for the man.
No, there's nothing wrong because they make you pay taxes because they say you've been taken care of.
Oh, you just got to put that spin.
That's
well,
what
how
they say.
about the person that work, quote, for the man and they have a business?
Now, that's smart.
Okay.
That's smart.
All right.
That means you have a little bit of this. You have a leg over here, a leg over there. You know what I mean? That means you're conservative, but you're also entrepreneur. See, the government says, listen, anybody that help us to be this capitalism society, anyone that's going to contribute to growth and development and creativity, we got your back. If you're going to,
you're one of us.
You're one of us. You're an American. You're a true American. Okay, so if you're going to help in the energy field, we're going to reduce your taxes. If you're going to help us in agriculture, food, you're one of us. We're going to make sure you pay the least taxes. If you're going to help us with housing, because we need more housing. If you're going to go out and build houses, or you're going to buy a house and you're going to rent it out for Section 8, we'll give you the money.
You're one of us.
You're one of us because now you're helping us. You're not just taking. You actually creating. If you got a farm, if you got cattle, you're providing food. You're one of us. If you're just helping, if you go get solar, and you're one of us. We'll give you tax credit. You're one of us because you're trying to help. In terms of reduce a carbon. So you're one of us. But if you're not, if you're just going to say, hey, I'm going to work 9 to 5, especially you all that say, you know what? I got a good job. I don't know how to do nothing.
When I go home, that's it.
That's it.
But I feel bad saying that, Robert.
They'll attack you when it's time to do your tax.
There's nothing wrong, again, with not being one of us.
No.
We need you.
I'm just telling you the way life is.
We need you. But strategy, and since we're talking strategy, is you can be 9 to 5 and be one of us.
That's good.
That's perfect. That's how I started buying my real estate, working for the city and becoming a realtor and opening a company and start buying under my company. So I did both. So we're not trying to say to poo-poo on the 9-to-5ers and our high-earning clients that are getting those promotions and those advanced degrees and doing their thing, but we want to say you need some tax strategy.
Yeah, you do. And unless
You really do.
And it used to be if you didn't want to go out and be an entrepreneur, or, I mean, even if you had Tupperware or Amway on the side.
Avon lady.
Or Avon. Or what's the other one? Mataluca. I mean,
Amway, Schmamway.
yeah, I mean, do something on the side to say that you are creative. You're creative. You get paid to be creative.
Yeah.
I mean, so you have to do something. But if you're just like, no, I'm tired. I'm working 9 to 5. I'm going to get my pay. They're going to take. And, hey, I'm going to live. And I want to get my retirement. And that's it. And there's not a whole lot that America is going to do for you in terms of reducing your tax liability. It's just not a lot. So if you're a doctor even, and you work for the hospital, and you make $300,000 a year, that's good. But then what you need to do, you need to get yourself a second plan.
Yeah.
You need to have a side business, something that relates to your field. Or you need to have some sort of real estate. Go get you a 10-unit apartment or something. It don't have to be in South Florida. It could be in Georgia or Tennessee or Alabama. It could be somewhere like that. But, and then you travel, you get a tax deduction, but you got to mix it up. That's the way the U.S. tax codes is written, and that's who it's for. It's for people who are going to help push the wagon, who's going to create and help evolution and grow and make America great.
Hey, what did you just say?
You want me to repeat it?
I don't. Did you just say the tagline of 45?
I said make America great in terms of continue to evolve, continue to build more computers.
All right.
Continue to create. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I didn't say I didn't say the tagline, but come on, I'm too black for that. He ain't talking about me. But I'm making America great by making myself great. When I make myself great, I make my family great. I make my community great. I make my clients great. That's how I'm making America great. All of them trickle down and they shop and they buy real estate and they
go to Morocco.
Yeah. They travel. It all trickles down, the economy, All
right. We got to take a quick break. We still want to talk about how to get our high-earning net worth clients to become one of us. We'll be right back. You're listening to Understanding Money. Lynda V. Harris, Robert Henderson. Don't go anywhere.
We're back live. Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner. Let's give out this phone line, see if anybody listened to us, Lynda, to see if we really are on the air. I don't know. We haven't gotten a call or.
We still really new. We're still like new here.
It's our second week on this station here. 12:10 a.m. The Man, and woman. Let's count the studio number. The number here is 786-633-5927. 786-633-5927. We're also streaming live. Don't forget to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. It's Understanding Money on YouTube. Robert Henderson, Lynda Harris. Go to YouTube and you can listen and see actually all of our past shows. Yeah. You can also go to our website, which is www.thehendersonfinancialgroup, www.thehendersonfinancialgroup.com, and you can listen. Also, we got a wonderful website. But Lynda, you want to continue to talk about the strategies for your friend of yours.
Absolutely. Who called you. Now, granted, Robert, whenever you want to become one of us, it's going to take some adulting. You're not just going to get up, get in traffic, go to work, go home, and that's it. You will have to get your adult on because there's tax.
We got a caller.
Oh, we got a caller? Okay, let's take this caller.
Caller, you got a question or comment?
Good morning. I have a question.
Hey there. Good morning.
Hey, Alex.
Good morning. If I didn't have a brick and mortar place, but I wanted to continue, utilizing tax strategy to, get deductions and increase the, income at the end of the year, how would I go about that? Not having an actual physical place of business.
I mean, the actual brick and mortar is not. It doesn't really. That's not the only write-off that you will have when you go into business. There's a lot of deductions that you have when you go into business. How old is your oldest child?
My oldest child is 7 years old.
Okay, so the tax law says that if you have a child that's 7 years old, rather than paying that 7 years old money out of your pocket for school or clothing or even the movies, you should actually give that 7-year-old a job. Put her on payroll. And now, the money that comes into your business, since you don't have rent anymore because you got rid of your brick and mortar, now you have tax deductions. And the 7-year-old helps you in your business, takes out the garbage, do some filing. That's what the 7-year-old do on the weekend. So now you pay the 7-year-old, let's say $500 a month, or even $700 a month. All right.
Now that's tax strategy.
Now you get a tax deduction. The 7-year-old, you open up a bank account because the 7-year-old can't have a bank account on her own. You or your wife is on the bank account with the 7-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to make sure every pay period you pay that 7-year-old and you get direct deposit. So that's a tax deduction to you. It goes to the 7-year-old. The 7-year-old, your name is on the bank. Now the 7-year-old's trying to buy school clothes or whatever. Bam, go and buy it. But that's after a tax deduction. Isn't that great?
Isn't that great?
And I've heard that idea before. And is there a cap on the amount of income that
you need to come see us, Alex.
No, man. It depends on what the 7-year-old's doing. A 7-year-old movie star, she may make $1 million a year. If she on your website, it's a lot of things. I don't want to give away all.
Right, you got to come see us, Alex. We got to,
you got to come to the office and rub the genie. You can't just rub the genie over there.
Did he say rub the genie?
Rub the genie.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Robert Kiyosaki always said the genius is inside.
That is amazing.
Right. You think gonna do an ad for all these people to hear? Come on, they ain't come to the office either. I can have a relationship with you. I know you for 12 years. You've been listening, but some of these people are new. So I ain't gonna give out all the strategy right here on the air for free. And that's one thing with adults. Lynda, as you say, adulting.
Yes.
One thing what the average adult has not learned.
What's that?
Is quid pro quo.
The terms of the day. I love
That's
it.
right. They haven't learned. You give something, you get something. It's a trade-off. But you go, it's something. You know what I mean? I need you as a client. Listen, not you, Alex. You as a client. But you want me to give you this information that you have earned, Alex. You want me to give this to listeners. I don't have no quid pro quo with them.
Well, there you go. I helped you with the T's.
Yes, thank you, Alex. Tell Kay we said hello.
Thank you so much. Oh, and there's actually a movement right now because they're instituting toll roads everywhere. I just discovered that the Palmetto got tolled.
Yes.
I'd never seen that in my life. Like first time in almost in a year taking the Palmetto. There's a petition being signed nationwide by different people, and it's you have to go to nomoretolls.com, and we're trying to remove all these imposed lanes and tolls that are being, making millions of dollars for the MDT, Miami-Dade Transit.
NoMoreTolls.com. Got it. Thank you.
That'd be great.
You got it. Thank you. I'm with that. We just had the first all-female spacewalk. I'm so proud of women, and that was amazing. All-female spacewalk. The history was made. Isn't that great, Robert?
It was?
Yeah.
Any person of color?
No.
Okay. Life goes on.
All female.
Okay. All right.
Again, you're listening to Understanding Money. Robert Henderson Jr., founder, vice president of the Henderson Financial Group, CFP, and certified tax coach. And,
all that.
Real estate broker.
All that.
And he doesn't operate in the quid pro quo system. Robert is definitely a giver. I would have some of what I have, but I wouldn't have a lot of what I have if it was not for Robert Henderson Jr. and his giving and not operating in the quid pro quo. But listen, that's the way the world works. And like he said, we want you to be one of us. You're going to have to be an adult. It comes with paperwork and filing the tax. And you're going to get a lot of letters in mail, but you can do it. You can do it. It's better than giving all your money to that great Uncle Sam. You can do it. Our office number, 305-825-1444. 305-825-1444. Consultations are free. Like Robert said, you're not going to rub the genie on the air. You got to come in and see us. A lot of you doing your thing, especially my women. We making money. We opening more businesses than anybody. But you got to learn how to do it right so you're not just paying it all to the tax man.
Now y'all becoming all the police chiefs, huh?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. The last wave of promotions, out of 8, 6 were women and women of color. And so we're doing our thing. We're walking in space. But we got to keep our money. We got to make it. We got to earn it. We got to save it, and we got to pass it on to our legacy and create legacies.
How do you keep it and how do you make it grow?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Phone line 786-633-5927. We got 1 minute left. All right. So now watch we get that last call in that 1 minute. But the most important thing we wanted to say, ladies and gentlemen, is you can be a 9-to-5er and be one of us, as Robert likes to say. It takes some planning. It takes some tax strategy. But if I can do it, if Robert can do it, so can you.
But it's a trade-off. You got to, it's a trade-off. Like I said, one thing that still amazes me about a lot of adults, a lot of adults want something for nothing.
Yeah.
It's a trade-off. I mean, you have to sacrifice. You have to do some lifting. I mean, everything can't be handed to you.
It's not going to be easy.
No.
So if you don't want to do that, again, there's nothing wrong with getting up, driving to work, putting in your 8-9 hours and going home and calling it a day and turning on Netflix. Nothing wrong with that. We need you too.
No, it's nothing wrong with that, but don't expect something better to come.
Exactly. You will be paying more taxes.
Yeah.
You will be paying more taxes.
Yeah.
So what do you got planned the rest of the day, Mr. Henderson?
Oh, I got a 10 o'clock appointment in the office.
Okay.
I think my last appointment comes at 4 o'clock, so I'll be there probably until like 6
All day?
o'clock. Yeah. The only time I really get a chance to chill out and be in my pajamas is on a Sunday.
Well, I need a new roof at the 11 unit, so I'm going over
Lord.
to check on the roof work there.
Real estate is
that
your life.
adulting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to go make
Real
sure.
estate, and roofs cost a lot of money, don't they?
Oh, I got a quote of $66,000.
What?
For a roof, so I'm adulting.
We got to go.
We got to go.
I see Don Daly and Rosie in the studio. It's time for us to go. Hey, listen. If you want to recap on this show, Isaac's going to put it up on the YouTube, so you can look at YouTube. You're going to put it up today, Isaac? It'll be up later on today, and you can recap, listen to this show, and just go to Understanding Money, Robert Henderson, and go to YouTube. And you can pull it up and listen to this show and listen to our past show. In case you overslept, you haven't missed it, okay? We love you. Have a great weekend.